Hey book lovers, Kaylee here and welcome back to the Enchanted Library. And I am so excited for this video. I have been wanting to make it for the last couple of weeks because I've had my TBR all set and I'm so excited because this is the first year that I can actually participate in the Booktube-A-thon, and that runs from July 29th at midnight until August the 5th, I believe it is, and I'm just so excited. Now, unfortunately, I do still have to work during that week, and for the last half of the week I'm going to be away and I don't have access to the internet where I'm going, so I'm not going to be able to participate in everything, but I do plan on vlogging the whole time, so we'll see how that goes with a week-long vlog of just reading and Booktube-A-thon goodness, and I'm just so excited. If you do not know what the Booktube-A-thon is it is basically a week to promote reading and posting content on Booktube through challenges and also Instagram, and it's a fun event of a week where all of us bookish online people can get together and celebrate books and just have a lot of fun. So if you do want to learn anything more about the Booktube-A-thon, definitely check out the links in the description down below because I'm going to be posting the link to Ariel Bissette's videos because Booktube-A-thon is her brainchild, and I love that she's Canadian and she has so much fun with it, and you can really tell her passion behind it. So please check out the videos, keep track of what's going on throughout the week, and I guess without further ado, let's get into my TBR. The pile of books that I have chosen, they have just been staring at me for weeks, and I've been in the mood to read them, but I had to not read them because they were for this Booktube-A-thon, and I'm just really excited to get into them, and I can't believe it's still a week away. But yes, anyway, the challenges for this year. Challenge number 1 is to let a coin toss decide your first book. And I was going to do this on the vlog like the day that I was going to start, but let's just do it now because this is fun. So I have chosen a toonie, very much like Ariel Bissette did, but mine is not as cool as hers. If you're not from Canada, this is a $2 coin, and I'm going to try flipping it, even though I haven't really flipped it before. I don't remember the last time I flipped a coin, so this is going to be interesting. But the two books that this coin is going to choose are between Girl Code and The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. Girl Code is actually for another challenge as well, which is challenge number 2, which is to read a book about something you want to do, and I want to start a business. So Girl Code is all about empowering female entrepreneurs and basically just educating and letting you hear the stories of other female entrepreneurs. So it is a short book. I am trying to be a little bit strategic, I guess, in my books that I'm choosing because I do want to do all the challenges. So we're gonna see how this goes. But yes, the first book that I'm choosing between is Girl Code, and then the other one, like I said, is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. And this book, I have been waiting for this book for months. It came out at the start of July, and I got it the day it released, and it's just been staring at me, and I've been so excited to read this. It is a YA, so it's going to be a quicker read, and it's all about this girl who was living in a space station with her family on her way to Earth 2, and then her parents are killed, or they die. I don't know the exact details, but she is on her own for years. And the only real communication that she has is with her therapist, which is through text messaging, basically, or instant messaging. And that is until she gets an alert from another ship that is going to basically connect with hers. And it's apparently like a thriller, but also she has, I believe, a mental disorder as well about like social anxiety. I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard rumors of that. And I'm so excited to read this. So these are the two books for challenge number 1. Let's do Loneliest Girl is heads and Girl Code is tails. And let's flip this coin. I don't know any other way to flip it. Okay, alright, so I got tails, which means I'm going to be doing challenge 1 and 2 all at once, which is awesome. So the winner is Girl Code, and I'm very excited to read this. It's going to be a quick read to kick things off, so this is perfect. And then, like I said, that is also something for challenge number 2, which is read a book about something that you want to do. Challenge number 3 is to read a book and then watch the movie Adaptation. And I had actually a really hard time with this one because there are so many books that have movie adaptations that I've already read the book of, and I want to make sure that I go into this completely fresh, so where I haven't read the book and I haven't seen the movie. And there was one book that I wanted for this, but I found out that the movie doesn't come out on Netflix until the 10th of August, so that's not gonna work. But then I had this memory of a movie with Tom Holland that I wanted to watch, and it was The Lost City of Zed, and that's by David Graham. And this is actually a nonfiction, which actually the first book is a nonfiction too, very out of the ordinary for me. But this is all about a man's discovery of this hidden city of Zed, basically is how they label it, in the Amazon. And I just think that this is fascinating, and I think because it is a thicker book and I think it's going to be a bit more of a dense read, I might actually do this as an audiobook. I've never used an audiobook before, but where I'm going for the last half of the week is basically about a 4.5 to 5 hour drive, and I did check this out on Audible, and it's about a 10-hour long book. And I think that this would be a cool medium to do an audiobook in, because it's all about this man telling his story. And then I figured once I get back, which is the Sunday, so the last day of the BookTube-A-thon, I can watch the movie, because I'll just want to chill out after a long drive anyway. So I think that I'm going to use this as an audiobook, but I'm very excited about this one. And the next two challenges I'm actually going to combine as well, which is read a book with green on the cover and then read a book where you have a hat on the entire time. And I thought that this one would be a bit difficult, but it's not going to be, because I am choosing the poetry of Tennyson. There is green on the cover, and then also the actual cover is green. And it's just a short poetry book, so it's not going to take too long to read, which means I don't have to wear a hat for a really long time. And the hat that I think I'm going to read with, let me just show you, is this beret. I got this beret in Paris about 10 years ago, and I don't really wear it a lot, but I love it. And I don't know how it looks right now because I don't have a viewfinder or anything. But yes, I figured this would be a fun hat to wear while reading poetry, and I don't know, I think it's fun. So now that I think I have like a hat hair or whatever, let's move on to challenge number 6, which is to read a book with a beautiful spine. And this book I picked up last month. It's called The Waking Land, and it's a fantasy, it's an adult fantasy book, and I love, love, love the spine. Like, it carries on from the image at the front, and it's just got so much detail in it, and I love how it's just white as a background, and then you have that pop of green, and I just think that this is beautiful. I don't know if you can really get a good enough view of this, but I just think that the spine is gorgeous. And then challenge number 7 is the infamous challenge of reading 7 books. So it's basically a book a day. And like I said at the start of this video, I'm trying to be very strategic in my book choices. So they're not all super long. I think the most difficult ones that it'll take to get through would be The Lost City of Zed and The Waking Land, just because those are full-fledged novels. And the others are pretty short. Now, I have a few other books here to bring me up to the 7. The Chrysalids by John Wyndham. I've had this book since I think February. I read it back in high school, but it was required reading for high school, and I feel like we just didn't, I don't know if I appreciated it fully at the time. I still enjoyed it and I still understood what it wanted to get across, but I feel like reading it now I can just have a fresh perspective. It's a dystopian book and it's a shorter book, so I think it's going to be a quick read. And then the other book is actually a novelization of a lecture that Randy Pausch did. The original title of his lecture is Achieving Your Childhood Dreams, and I just think that this is going to be very inspirational and kind of almost a reality check, but also to reinvigorate my creativity, so I'm very excited to read this one. And then the last book to bring me up to 7 is one that I mentioned at the start of the video, and that is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe, because I need to read this book. So those are my 7 books. I am going to try and participate in as many challenges as possible, but also, like I said before, I am going to be vlogging my entire experience with the BookTube-A-thon, and even if I can't do the challenge on the day, I might still try to do the challenge in the vlog, because a lot of the times they're a lot of fun, and I just want to participate. So in the comments down below, please let me know if you're going to be participating in the BookTube-A-thon and what is on your TBR, because I'm very excited. My TBR is kind of a mishmash of things, so it's there's no real coherency, but it's fun and it just expands what I'm reading, because lately I've been all about fantasy, and I love fantasy. Fantasy is like my favorite genre, but I know I need to branch out more, and I've sort of just been in fantasy mode for the last few months. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. I do put out new videos every weekend, but also lately I've just sort of been putting up videos a lot more frequently because I just have a lot of videos that I want to put out. And I'm excited about a lot of things coming up in the next couple of months, so stay tuned and be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that way you do not miss any of my videos. And until next time, keep reading.